Hello, welcome again to another episode on Talk Architecture podcast. And I'm your host, Naziaty Yaacob. Today we have a teaser of an upcoming interview with architect Almaz Salma Abdul Rahim of Almaz Architects. Almaz is the managing director of Almaz Architects in Berhad, earned her professional degree from the Bartlett School of Architecture and Planning, UCL, and others. She received a multifaceted professional training with BEP Architect from 1984 to 1994 as a graduate architect, followed by an associateship before establishing her own practice in the year 1994. So throughout her 39 years of experience in the industry, she had been involved in over 250 design works in Malaysia. She has also contributed recently to a publication for women on their career women, called To Have It All, by edited and published by Professor Jamalia Arifin. And notably in this year for Singgah KL, she was the convenor for this event. Singgah KL is an event where they showcase buildings promoting the works of Malaysian architects, and 15 buildings were showcased, comprising of commercial premises and government headquarters in the capital city. And she was a convener, and it was something that she got inspired from a stint in London and Sydney, where she noted that this was a good way for the profession to be known to society. So I'd like to talk a bit about the upcoming interview that I have with architect Almaz, and where I posed the questions about a male-dominated industry, how she rise to the challenges, and this issue of marketing oneself came about, where you need to be able to take a lot of these challenges where you are not taught in architecture school as a fresh graduate. So it's good to be established in a company that is established. So to learn these things, a lot of these things in a bigger company that is established, you would look into a lot of things that is not taught, such as social aspect, engineering, and mechanical and electrical services. So, yes, as a mother and someone who had to struggle when she started out having a family life, she had to be very practical about it. And one need to have the backing of one's mentor, or the person who is the senior or the supervisor in the architecture company, that could back someone who is starting out, and that was what she had when she set out at BEP. And there were not so obvious discrimination or biasness that she encountered, because she was introduced well in the meetings that she eventually took charge of. And the need to be knowledgeable and everything, up to speed, will give you confidence, whether it's to do with costs and engineering and contracts. And what Architect Almas would also talk about is being knowledgeable is very essential, and having empathy from the bosses in having to cope with marriage, setting out new life. It's something that's consistently a problem for women architects to deal with. She mentioned a few advice, and not to be bullied means that you need to have an attitude and be aggressive in a way, or assertive in a way. We don't like to use the word aggressive, so we like to use the word assertive. And that's what she said. In order that you quickly rise to that challenge even earlier than you're prepared, really, to be not to get into that situation. So this was discussed as well in that book by Professor Jamila, where women cannot find that balance. And she is promoting the book, and it is possible to buy the book. So really, it's all about the personality of a woman architect in the industry. And you come in with a blank paper, and then you need to add all those positivity, people skills, and what people need, and respect for people, and asking the right questions. So you hear it yourself later when we publish the interview in 2 parts. And I would recommend that very much. And thank you very much for listening.